I'll give you a clue. West side. It's a small rural town next to Wales. I've not been in London long, but I've already noticed a few things. The first thing is, you walk down any street in London, you don't recognise anybody you see. You walk down the main street in Hereford, you recognise at least half the people you see, but that's easy when you're all members of the same family. It's a small rural town joke, I just thought I'd get that out of the way. A lot of my friends from Hereford say, oh, how can you live in London? You get shot, you get stabbed, you get raped every 5 minutes. I say, yeah, that's fine, but there's only so many times you get a boner over a field. It's a slow burner, yeah? I'll let it burn. One of the things I do like about London is I do like the hustle bustle, I do like the fact that things move quickly. Hereford doesn't really happen, but a couple of years ago, I was at the bus stop, and I was waiting for my bus home. I was watching this old lady, and it was really, really hot. It was like a summer sort of late afternoon, evening. And she was wearing a cardigan, as sometimes old ladies and old gentlemen do in the summer. I don't understand it myself, but... and I just thought, something's going to happen here. So I kept watching her, and suddenly she just dropped on the floor. And I was like, shit. So being the good Samaritan, I sort of went over to her, and meanwhile somebody called the ambulance. I sort of scooped her up, picked her up, put her back on the bench, the ambulance turned up. In between, I'd made 20 quid, and also managed to grope her left tit. You can see where it's going, yeah? One of the main things, if you ever have the fortune or misfortune to go to Hereford, is that you'll notice is that there's a big age gap. It sort of jumps from like 18 to 17. All the kids go to college and they sort of leave college, go away to the biggest cities, go to university. That's fine, I wish them all the best. But the trouble is, when I go back, that just leaves me with a lot of old ladies to please sexually. And there's only so many times you can do that before it starts to get boring. So I try to spice things up a bit, but I usually get caught by the nurse. Excuse me, what are you doing here? Well, I'm here to visit my gran, aren't I? Well, why's your penis in the mouth? Well, I thought the familiar taste and smell might bring her back round. I bumped into a guy on the tube the other day. We had a bit of an argument. I messed that one up. I'll start it again. I was on the tube the other day. I had an argument with a guy with osteoporosis. Soon back down. Turns out it was a bit spineless. Taste the rainbow, yeah? I split with my girlfriend a couple of weeks ago. Come on, give me an R at least. But I bumped into her about a week ago down the job centre, and I really like this girl, so I was like desperate for her to get her back. So I was like, oh, can we get back together, please? She was like, no. I was like, come on. She's like, no, definitely not. I was like, well, can we at least be friends with benefits? Get off the post, yeah? Answer that, yeah, it might be important. A lot of people come up to me and say, do you know what, Gareth, do you know whatever happened to a rabid Muslim cleric, Abu Hamza? I say, yeah, he's a pop singer these days. I heard his song on the radio the other day. It's got a great hook. Had sex with Siamese twins the other day. It's my first 2.5 son. Apparently dogs can live for 12 to 15 years, not if you drown them when they're puppies. I saw a sign outside my local newsagent the other day. Shot teenager cheats death. If there's one thing I hate, it's cheats. I'll leave you with the low of all lows, particularly in this, particularly regarding the metro this morning. Knock knock. Madeline. Exactly. Cheers.